I am starting a book club. I've yet to figure out what I'm going to name it, so that'll be determined. But I wanted to come here at the beginning of December because the book club is going to start in January, and I want this to be a true book club that other people will participate in.
Well, if you got a dollar, on just a lousy down, know that I got rhythm that could suit your budget fine.
Hey, this is Patrick with Trusty Huckster Mercantile. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to something new. This is the beginning of December, and I wanted to kind of first explain what's been going on with my channel, and then talk about what might be going on for 2025. First, for anyone who's followed me for a while, you know that I do travel for a living. This channel is kind of a side hustle, and the fall is a busy travel season for me. So the fact that my channel's been a little quiet lately is primarily because I have been traveling and I just wasn't available to do anything. I've also started losing a little bit of my focus. I definitely still enjoy selling vintage. Some of the things that I had been doing historically have not been as successful for me as they once were. So that's, for those who are content creators, that you do things for your own betterment and for your own enjoyment, but every once in a while you do want to get some feedback from other people and you want to see some gains. I do not do this for YouTube advertising. The checks I get for that are so small, that's not even anything. But one of the last videos I did, I actually put a lot of time and effort into a research video, and it got one of the lowest number of views of any video I posted. So it was somewhat humbling, but also it didn't encourage me to do a lot more. But I never talk about politics on this channel. As things were happening through the month of November, primarily with the election, it started making me think things that were happening in my personal life. Again, people that have followed me for a while know a little bit of my history, and if you've been paying really close attention, you'll notice that I've actually started becoming a little bit more open about my personal activity, and I'm currently dating somebody. I am dating a guy. And when I first made that announcement on my channel and through my social media, I actually lost a lot of followers. Didn't care. It's quality over quantity. People don't want to listen to what I've got to say simply because of who they think I'm dating. I'm not really going to let that bother me all that much. But as things started happening through the election and everything leading up to it, and then everything that started happening afterwards, it made me think that I probably shouldn't be as quiet as I have been about it. I'm still not going to run around and introduce myself to people as, hey, guess what? I'm Patrick and I'm gay. People figure things out as they go along, and I'm figuring things out as I go along. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but I do know that I have a platform. I have followers. I have people that have followed me through social media, built up, not anything massive, but a few thousand people here on YouTube. And I just feel that there needs to be more voices that are out there. And in some cases, voices so that people that don't care and are not specifically interested in being an ally, or they don't even know anyone who might be LGBTQ plus, hey, maybe you do know people and they don't feel comfortable talking about it. So I'm not going to talk about it, but I am going to do something else. I am starting a book club. I've yet to figure out what I'm going to name it, so that'll be determined. But I wanted to come here at the beginning of December because the book club is going to start in January, and I want this to be a true book club that other people will participate in. So my intention is to pick one book a month, and the books that I choose will be LGBTQ, primarily gay, primarily the G, simply because that would be me, pick books, maybe movies. I haven't quite figured out everything that I'm going to be doing, but I definitely want to do it connecting to gay history. And so I wanted to create this quick video and talk about what I'm going to be doing in January. Now, I will say that the first book club discussion will be a live discussion, and that will happen on Monday, January 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll let you make your own determinations of why I'm choosing January 20th. But regardless, the first book I'm going to do is called Bent. It is by Martin Sherman. Now, I'm cheating a little bit because technically, it looks like a book. It's technically a play. Now, don't get concerned. I do community theater. I am actually hoping to direct this show. in the future at a local theater. And so I am researching it. And I figured, you know what? I'm making notes. I'm trying to do a bunch of things with it. It would be a perfect book to kick things off. And if you haven't heard of Bent, it was turned into a movie in, I've got notes, in 1997, starring Clive Owen. So you might be familiar with the movie. Not everyone reads scripts, I understand that, but it did start as a Broadway play starring Richard Gere, as a matter of fact, in 1979. And what it talks about is the persecution of homosexuals in concentration camps during World War II. So it is a fictionalization, but it is talking about a historic event. And so when I go into the discussions that we'll have in the first book club, we'll talk about what some of the history is behind that, some of the activity that, what is represented in the play and in the movie, how much of that would be based on facts versus how much might have been sensationalized to make it an interesting read or view. So we'll get into that, but that is what I'm intending to do. So I will pick one book a month. At least I'm going to commit to at least doing this through 2025. I am going to have my boyfriend has already agreed to join me for the first one. So he and I will be discussing Bent. And I hope you will join. You can watch the movie. The movie is available for free. I do encourage you to try and read the book. I don't know. I think you should be able to get the scripts from your local library, I would think. Or there might be ways of finding a copy of the script online. If you need help with it, drop me an email and I can try and help you out as well. But for the movie version, which does match the play fairly well, it's available for free as of the time I'm recording this on December 1st, for free on Pluto, Tubi, Plex, and Peacock. So the name of the movie is just called Bent, B-E-N-T, and it is from 1997, and be aware of that because there is another movie called Bent, which has nothing to do with this play, which was from, I think that was 2018, and that one stars Andy Garcia. So you don't want that one. I mean, it may be a great movie, but that's not what we're going to be talking about. So just make sure you're grabbing the right one. It's 1997. Or grab the print version. Again, it's Bent by Martin Sherman. I will be reminding or posting things leading up to it that the discussion is going to be January 20th. So I'm giving you a lot of head start to be able to find this one. And then what I will do is at the first of each month, I will announce the following month's book or whatever. So in January 1st, I'll talk about what we're going to be doing in February. But you have all of December. December is a busy time, but if you want to participate in the book club, the salon, the whatever this is going to be considered, you've got plenty of time to watch the movie or pick up the book and be able to participate. And hopefully have some discussions and, think about what the book represents and think about maybe other people that you might know that probably no one is still alive that would have ever been a part of the persecution of homosexuals during World War II, but it is a different topic of conversation that I will admit I knew nothing about. And a lot of things don't get discussed. A lot of things are uncomfortable to discuss. It might become uncomfortable as we have the discussion, but we really want to focus on the history and really want to make sure some of these conversations do take place because it is a part of American society, and whether that wants to be recognized or not, it's still going to exist. And I think as we move into 2025, those people who might have a reason to speak up, hopefully will be encouraged to speak up responsibly. So appreciate your time, appreciate you watching the video, appreciate you putting your trust in Trusty Huckster, and I do hope you will participate in Trusty's first book club, again, name to be determined, starting on January 20th, where we will cover Bent by Martin Sherman. Talk to you again soon. Bye.
Sure was nice to know you. Oh, maybe I'll catch you on the New York train. Or maybe I'll never see your face again.